بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمد ونصلي على رسول الكريم أما بعد ليأتين على أمة ما أتى على بني إسرائيل. The conditions and the situation that came on the Bani Israel will come on my ummah. Adwan Na'ali bin Na'al, one riwayat. Other riwayat Shibran bi Shibrin. Another riwayat Dhira'in bi Dhira'in. My ummah will follow, they will imitate the Bani Israel step by step, inch by inch, exactly. حتى إن كان منهم من أتى أمه علانية, to such an extent that if any one of them would commit adultery, incest with their own mother on the streets openly, لَكَانَ فِي أُمَّتِي مَن يَصْنَعُ ذَلِكَ, then my ummah will also comply and follow them 100%. لَوْ دَخَلُوا فِي جُحْرٍ, if even they had to enter a hole, and the riwayat comes جُحْرِ ضَبٍّ, the hole of a lizard, لَاتَّبَعْتُمُوهُمْ, then my ummah would have also followed them. So one is, we have been forbidden to imitate the kuffar and their way of life, and Imam Nawawi says that there'll be extreme imitation. Every hand, every inch, 100% equivalent and perpetual following of their way of life. Secondly, Ibn Kathir rahimahullah says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden us to even imitate the kuffar in good actions. Like how in Ashura, if the Jews used to fast on the 10th, then this ummah was encouraged that even in good deeds, do not follow them, and your life in good action should not be close to them. So imagine in other things, whether it is your outward appearance, etc., we should be checking ourselves and look in the mirror and see which ummati am I. A soldier that goes into war, if even by mistake he wears the clothes of the enemy, then he will be destroyed by his own people. Forget the enemy. One is, if he is caught with the clothes of the enemy, they will arrest him and charge him for treason. But in the battlefield, his own soldiers will shoot him. Why? Because you have the clothing of the enemy. So this ummah will follow them to such an extent. وَإِنَّ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ تَفَرَّقَتْ عَلَى 72 مِلَّةٍ. The Bani Israel was 72 groups. وَتَفْتَرِقُ أُمَّتِي عَلَى 73 مِلَّةً. My ummah will be disunited and form 73 groups. كُلُّهُمْ فِي النَّارِ إِلَّا مِلَّةً وَاحِدَةً. All of them will go to Jahannam except one group. قَالُوا وَمَنْ هِيَ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. Who are these people that will be protected and will not go to Jahannam and are on haqq? قَالَ مَا أَنَا عَلَيْهِ وَأَصْحَابِي. What I am following and what my sahaba are following. Other riwayat, إِلَّا السَّوَادِ الْأَعْظَمِ, that those big group, ulama explain al-Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah. So one group that is fighting all the different other groups, that's one of the signs that these are the people of haqq. Hazrat Shah Wali Allah explains that there are those people who follow Allah and His Rasul fil aqida wal amal jami'an bima dhahara min al kitab was sunnah, that they follow the amal and the beliefs completely, which is mentioned in Quran and Sunnah. وَجَرَى عَلَيْهِ جَمْهُورُ الصَّحَابَةِ وَالتَّابِعِينَ, and what many consensus had happened between the Sahaba and Tabi'in, they follow that, al-Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and this is the Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah. So there is a lot of information in this one narration. One point of significance to note, and we won't discuss it in detail now, but there are certain narrations. وَبَيْنَ آدَمَ وَبَيْنَ نُوحٍ أَلْفَ سَنَةٍ, the duration between Adam alayhi salam and Nuh alayhi salam was 1,000 years. وَبَيْنَ نُوحٍ وَإِبْرَاهِيمَ أَلْفَ سَنَةٍ, and another 1,000 years between Nuh alayhi salam and Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. وَبَيْنَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَمُوسَى أَلْفَ سَنَةٍ, and from Ibrahim alayhi salam to Musa alayhi salam 1,000 years. So if we calculate from Adam alayhi salam till Musa alayhi salam, we've got 3,000 years. وَبَيْنَ مُوسَى وَإِيسَى أَلْفَ وَخَمْسَمِائَ سَنَةٍ, and between Musa alayhi salam and Isa alayhi salam 1,500 years, and between Isa alayhi salam and Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam 600 sana, 600 years. So from Adam alayhi salam till Isa alayhi salatu wassalam 4,500 years passed, with approximately 124,000 Anbiya alayhimus salatu wassalam. The last two of the Anbiya, Isa alayhi salam and Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam, that was 600 years, and some mention has been made of the life of this world is 7,000 years. So let's do two calculations. One is the life of this world, 7,000 years. So till Isa alayhi salam, we've got 5,100 years. And the life of this earth is 7,000 years. That leaves 1,900 years. We already finished 1,440 years plus minus. And if we have to minus 2,000 from that, if we calculate in 1900 from 1,440, then the amount of years left for the end of the world means it should include the major signs as well. Whether it's the coming of Ya'juj and Ma'juj, whether it is the destruction of the Kaaba, all the major signs until the entire earth is destroyed. So we've got approximately, obviously nobody can say when Qiyamah will take place, no dates can be specific or specified, and nobody is sure about it. It's only in the ilm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it could extend another 1,000, 2,000 years, but just looking at an overall approximate age of this world, if we had to go by that narration, if it is 100% authentic, and say 7,000 years, then we don't have much time left for the end of the world. Number one. Number two, if we have to go by this riwayat which has just been mentioned, that my ummah will follow the Bani Israel. And if we go by the time frame mentioned, then the ummah of Musa alayhi salam was 1,500 years. Some narrations say 1,600 years. And I'm emphasizing this point that we cannot be specific on any dates, but just considering 124,000 Anbiya alayhimus salatu wassalam was 4,500 years. Then Musa to Isa alayhimus salam 600 years. And this ummah has finished already 1,440 years. That's the duration which has already passed and terminated of this ummah. So if we work on the riwayat of 1500 years of this ummah, which was comparatively to the ummah of Musa alayhi salam, so if we go by 1500 years, then we're looking at 1441 Hijri currently now. Another 59 years should be the life of this ummah. Now considering obviously when Nubuwwat was given and considering Isa alayhi salam, which will rule for 40 years, and then that will be the life of this ummah technically. If we minus another 40 years, then the situation is quite sensitive of when will the emergence of Mahdi and Dajjal take place. But from all the minor signs that have passed and concluded, and as mentioned, the climax, before you end the race, you go with a big bang, you give it all that you got, and every nation reached a climax in inventions and was their destruction. This world is reaching a climax. If we had to go by 1,600 years, or we had to go by the 1,500 years, or go by the 7,000 years of the life, we can well imagine and see that just on the life of this earth, there isn't much time left. And that great Dajjal deceiver, which every Nabi warned, may be close. Qiyaamah may be close. If that's not close, then definitely our death is close. So we need to be taking steps to prepare. Another riwayat, inni la arju an ta'jiz ummati inda rabbiha, that I have hope that my ummat will last nisf yawm. The Sahabi who narrated it, qila li Sa'd, how much is this half a day? He deduced khamsa mi'a sanam, 500 years, concerning the ayat miqdaruhu alfa sana, that one day is equal to 1,000 years. The Sahabi is saying 500 years. There is long details and commentary which the ulama have explained of this half a day. But if we are to just go by the one explanation of 500 years, then Allama Manawi and other ulama are saying that the life of this ummah would not be less than 500 years. Means as if this minimum time the ummah will get is 500 years. Means above 500 years is a bonus. So if this ummah lasted another 500 years up to 1,000 year Hijri, then they were on double overtime, they were on borrowed overtime. And if we are to hit the last 500 years, then we are on overtime. So just considering the years, considering the fitan that we are witnessing, and then the narration mentions that you will follow the Bani Israel like how a lizard. Now, if we look at the description of the Freemasons, the Illuminati, and we look at the descriptions of the pyramids, and we will get into detail of how there is a similarity between us and the Bani Israel in reality, but they've been called lizards as well. And just one example, look at Denver International Airport. So there's a stone, the stone that has been dedicated there has the logo of the Freemasons. And it was paid for by the 2 Freemason Grand Lodges in Colorado. And it's mentioned of the New World Airport Commission, which nobody has any information about. Then they have murals in the airport which depict images of destruction and genocide. And they have a series of pictures. One of them shows all of humanity coming together, living in harmony eventually. So there's destruction, there's wars, Then the whole of mankind come in harmony and unity. Then the runways are in the shape of a swastika. The airport floor has satanic symbols. Then there's huge bunkers under the airport, which it is known and said it is the underground lair for the lizard people. And they've got an inscription of a time capsule 2094. If we have to minus 2020, 74 years, 1440, that figure's close, and their climax is 2030. Several underground tunnels, which is a lead for the reptoids, the lizard people. And if we study lizards and the New World Order and all these satanic cults, then we'll come to the conclusion and see that how the hikmah, where Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said, how you will follow the lizards, how Dajjal is the imam of the lizards, my ummah will also follow these lizards in every aspect. And a person, after hearing this, there cannot be a heart more darker. If a person listens to all of this and realizes that it's time I need to change my life and turn to Allah and find this Allah, because if Dajjal does not get me, then the angel of death will, the qabr will, judgment day will, Jahannam will. I need Allah, I need my Nabi. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the reality of the shortness of this life and give us tawfiq to prepare for the everlasting akhirah. Part of the amal that we should make our routine is to read morning and evening Surah Yasin. Nabi alayhi salam has said, Qalbul Qur'ani Yasin. The heart of the Quran is Surah Yasin. La yaqra'uha rajulun yuridu Allah wad-dar al-akhirah. Anybody who recites it and he wants to find his Allah and find akhirat, illa ghafara Allahu lahu. Allah will forgive him. It has so much power. Iqra'uha ala mawta'akum. When even somebody is passing away, the barakat of this will benefit the person who is passing away. It will dispel shaitan and iblis. Read Surah Yasin on those people who are close to death, on the pangs of death. وَمَنْ قَرَأَ يَاسِينَ كَتَبَ اللَّهُ بِقِرَاءَتِهَا قِرَاءَةُ الْقُرْآنِ عَشْرَ مَرَّاتٍ. Whoever reads Surah Yasin, you will get the reward of reading the Quran 10 times. Man qara Yasin fi laylatin ibtigha wajhillah ghufira lahu. Whoever reads Surah Yasin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive him. Let us make a habit to read the surah morning and evening. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen.